Go. All right, introduce yourself firstly.
Good afternoon. My name is Garth Nichols, the president of the Tobago Athletic Committee. This Sunday, which is Sunday the 11th of December, starting at 10 a.m., the National Association as well as the NGC, National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, in collaboration with the Tobago Athletic Committee, will be holding a development meet here at the Dwight Yorke Stadium in Bacolet, starting time 10 a.m. We are asking that all primary school, secondary school, the community, clubs, individuals in general, persons who are interested in track and field, persons interested in officiating as well, can come out and they can be a part of this development meet, which takes place on Sunday the 11th of December.
All right, what time does the first event start?
The first event starts at 10 a.m.
What time should folks get here if they want to register?
Registration will take place on the day. Usually it takes place approximately half an hour before the event. So we're asking persons to be in like about 9 o'clock in the morning so that they can warm up and get ready for the calendar of events that will take place.
All right, this is the first development meet of the entire track and field season, and more or less Tobago has the privilege of hosting the first one. It has also been the first one in quite a few years. So talk about how significant is this meet.
The significance of this meet, basically it has to do with what is coming up in 2017, and Tobago was fortunate to have the first entries track and field development meet taking place here in Tobago. What this is a build up to the Carifta games, which comes up in basically Easter, the Easter weekend, as well as the NAAAA age group, which is supposed to be in June, July next year. What we are looking at is that we are trying to get the young ones, especially those under 10, under 12, under 14, under 16. Those age groups, we are looking at those areas for the age group championship. It is going to be hosted in Trinidad and Tobago in 2017.
Before I ask you to explain, first thing, explain the NAAAA and the age group concept. NAAAA, North American and Central America. It was formerly the CAC.
The NAAAC basically was a change from the CAC age group. It's now the North American Caribbean Championships for age group. It has to do with those involved in multi-events, under 10, under 12, under 16, under 14 as well. These will be competing in a series of multiple events, and they will be raising points. Persons would have the opportunity to represent Trinidad and Tobago, so we're asking the general public to come out, primary schools and so on. You don't have to be attached to a club or anything like that. You can go unattached for the first year, and then after you can join a club. So we're asking the general public to come out and support this event.
Right, getting back to the development meet, the events, give us an idea what events, what age groups?
The events that will be carded for the development meet will be under distance and over distance, which is in preparation for the upcoming season. So for example, we may have 150 meters running by the under 10 and under 12s and so on, as well as we may have 1,000 meters. We may have some 600s, some 300s running as well, to replace those who running the 200 would be running like a 300, those who running 400 would run 600 meters and so on. So we try to get people involved so that we can see their progress, and of course there'll be coaches and officials that will be able to help assist the athletes in terms of their general development in track and field.
So that's track. What about field events?
The field events would have high jump, long jump. We would have some ball throw and javelin and so on for the kids, as well as long jump. We'd also have open categories for male and female, and
so that's for adults.
Those would be the ones over 20, and they would partake in some of the 600s and 300s and so on.
All right, Tobago has been doing well, particularly at the secondary school Carifta games. You know, how important about the support? You know, do you want people to come out? The first meet in Tobago.
All right, one of the things that we observe in Tobago is that Tobago have been champions for the secondary school track and field meet for the past 26 years. The importance of this is that we have to continue to develop our athletes. So this is why we are starting at the lower age group from the primary school, where we can identify the persons who are good at track and field and start the development process. From there, when they move off from the secondary school, some of them get into clubs. They're able to represent Trinidad and Tobago at Carifta Junior Championships, as well as the NAAA age group and so on. So we're trying to do this development. Is very important for Tobago. It's very important for the development and the future of track and field in Tobago.
Any cost of entry for Sunday?
It's all free. There's no cost of entry. Persons can come in. There's no entrance fee. There's no fees to enter the events or anything. It's a development meet, so that you can just go put your name down, your age, identify the club, whether you're attached or unattached to a club, and you get into the event. We run off a series of heats. Your times would be recorded by the national body, and these times will be kept for the entire year, so that reference could be made to these times in the future.
All right. What should they come in terms of wear? If it's the first time they come in, what to come dressed with?
Those who are coming for the first time, we are asking that, there are some who are not athletes. They are not aware of what they're supposed to wear. We are asking that, of course, you come in track and field wear, which is a vest and short pants. Of course, you would come with a little track pants and your track suit to warm up and so on. The shoes are important. Those who can afford spikes, we'd ask that if you can come with the spikes. Those you can come with a general track or jogging shoes, as we call it, and you can partake. All right, we don't allow persons really at the development stage to really run barefooted on the track.
Okay. All right. Thanks.